Young Money. I'm Nozi Pumbanjo, and this is CNBC Africa's freshest and youngest show. It's about us, the ones who want to go beyond the hustle, the ones who want to break the bank. Now, according to Forbes, Warren Buffett made an average of about $37 million per day in 2013. Now, that's what I call a man to aspire to. He started investing when he was 11 and is now one of the world's richest people. In today's show, we're talking to Charles Savage. He's the CEO of Equities, and he's going to be helping us get our Buffett on from the stock exchange. We're also speaking to Ontiretse Mosiane, and he's the founder and chief executive of Corporate Youth. Now, his business has developed a game, and that game is named Shareholder, and they're teaching kids how to invest from an early age. So let's make money. Stay with me. I'm sitting down with Charles Savage. He's the chief executive of Equities, and he's going to be giving me my 101 on generating wealth from the stock market. Now, what we always do on Young Money is we bring you into the conversation. So we went out and we spoke to Nelisiwe Shabangu. She's a 23-year-old entrepreneur. She's the owner of her own investment company called Bear Run Investments, and she wants to know from Charles, how can she use the wealth that she's generated from her company to grow her own personal wealth using the stock exchange. Here's Nelly.
I definitely say through the company, of course, because it is an investment company, and right now it's in financial investments. We'd like to become more diverse and go into alternatives. Alternatives goes property, oil, cement. It's just throughout the board. So that's what I'd like to do in terms of the company. And I have other businesses on the side. So it's not just Bear Run Investments on its own. That's just more a legacy that I'm trying to build. So my personal wealth will definitely come from the other businesses and ventures and projects that I do on the side.
So Charles, if Nelly wants to grow her personal wealth and she wants to use the stock exchange, where does she start?
Yeah, it's a good question. She's the right age, firstly, and I want to pick up something you said about Warren Buffett. He said the biggest investment mistake of his life was that he didn't start soon enough, and you just mentioned he started at 11. So
yeah.
Nelly's 11 years behind the game, or 12 years behind the game. Where to start? Equities is certainly the right place to start. The JSE offers great diversification. She talked about the fact that she wants to have access to lots of different asset classes, and the JSE is one of the most diversified exchanges in the world. But not just in terms of local access and commodity access, but also international access. So 60% of our earnings come from offshore of the top 40 stocks, and so the JSE is the perfect place to start.
So if you're looking at the range of assets that are available and you want to go into the Johannesburg Stock Exchange, are there stocks that you know that, okay, these ones are sure return, I'm definitely going to make money from this, and are there ones that where the risk is just too unpalatable and you shouldn't actually go there?
Yeah, there are no sure returns, unfortunately, otherwise we'd all just do that. But the right place to start is to focus on a small set of stocks and grow the number of stocks over time. So start with the biggest, most well-known stocks, brands that you recognize, that you engage with every day. We call it the top 40, and that's really the place to start if you're the first-time investor. And just buy the companies that you engage with through your businesses or through your private life, that you spend money with. So, you know, whether it's Discovery in terms of your medical aid, or you bank with F&B, or you buy your food at Woolworths. Then as you progress in understanding and knowledge, you can widen that investment universe. So from the top 40 to the top 100, and then from the top 100 to the top 200. Once you get beyond the top 200 shares, you start to enter what we call the small cap environment, which has got higher risk, but also higher return opportunities. And in those stocks, you really need to get a fundamental understanding of what they're doing. And there you need to read research, or even interview management, or engage with their products and services and build your understanding. How
much money do you need to start? Because I think the biggest fear that most people have is, stock exchange equals lots and lots of money. Can you give us a ballpark figure to play with?
Look, prior to Equities launching, you would have needed a minimum of 10,000 Rand to get into stockbroking. Today, thanks to Equities, you can start with as little as 100 Rand, and 50 Rand for that matter. What we've done is democratized access to shares in South Africa, and so you can start to buy and participate in the economic benefits of owning shares at 1 Rand. So you can buy 1 Rand of 10 stocks, or 10 Rand of 10 stocks, or 100 Rand of one stock, whatever your preference is. So really there are no excuses why you can't go to the stock market now. Our costs are the lowest in the market. There are no management fees, there are no entry fees. There's just the money that you need to invest in the stocks, and the transaction fees are low.
So it certainly sounds like the entry barriers are low. It's easy to get started. You don't need too much money. But how do I know that you guys are doing your job well? So what are the kind of questions I should really be asking you guys and tracking to make sure that I'm getting the best value for my money?
Yeah, you need to, I mean, starting point, make sure that the institution you're dealing with is regulated. So the FSB is the watchdog for the industry. And then Google's a great source of finding out what people think about the services that you offer. And then you can also go to the company websites, read the terms and conditions associated with that product, and do your due diligence yourself. Mostly it's about what you see in the media and what you see about other clients saying about those businesses. And then it's also about experiencing the platform a little. So, you know, you need to go onto the platform. We've got a demo platform, so you can go and buy stocks with demo money, but it's real trading.
Right.
So you can experience the whole purchase process of buying stocks without actually putting any of your own money
And
in.
all of this is, how do I get access to Easy Equities? Is it a website that I visit? How do I get there?
easyequities.co.za. You can register online. It takes 2 or 3 minutes to complete. It's available on your cell phone via your browser. And as I said, there are no costs to registration. There are no account fees. There's no data fees. There's nothing. So it's all free until such time as you decide to put your real money into stocks.
Now, Charles, I like dealing with winners and winners only. And so give us a sense of the track record between the different sectors. Which sectors have really performed well in the stock exchange, so that if I am going to get in, I'm going to get in with the winning lot?
Yeah, it's hard to pin down a sector, especially now. You've got a lot of move between the resources and the financial sector, and that's a volatile move depending on what's happening economically in the country and elsewhere. What I would rather say is pick on the brands of companies that you engage with frequently. They tend to be winners. So things that you do a lot of tend to make good businesses. And so buy a lot of those.
So the top 3 brands that come to mind, that's where you should be putting your money, whether it be SAB, Discovery, and whichever one you go as your third one. That's a very big thank you to Charles Savage. He's the Chief Executive of Easy Equities, giving us the 101 on making wealth through the stock market. Get onto that website and get started. Nelly, I hope you got your question answered. Now, those in the know say that the most effective way of learning is by doing, and taking that to the next level is the founder and the chief executive of Corporate Youth. His name is Ontiretse Mosiane, and he's here. He's developed a game called Shareholder, and this game gets young people investing. Ontiretse, thank you for making the time to join us. How did the whole idea of Shareholder come about?
Oh, the whole idea behind the game is to use principles of gaming to help teach kids about investing and managing money.
And how do you guys go about it? So how do young people get access to the game, and then also how does the game actually work?
Okay, the game is available on our website, corporateyouth.co.za. We ship and deliver anywhere in the country. And then with the game is we took the fundamentals of investing on the stock market, like what Charles just said, and then we turned that into a game to help engage young people. Because now with kids, they learn better while playing.
Yes.
So as they are moving along the game, it's actually principles of how the stock market works.
And at what age is this game pitched at?
Okay, the youngest that we've had people playing, it's kids from 8 years old to up until varsity, so from 8 onwards it works.
So you're saying this is available nationally, you will ship it anywhere. How big is your customer base? Have you been able to take the game national?
So far we've sold the game only in the Northwest and Gauteng. We've sold about 5,000 boxes, that's about 2 million rands worth. So the exception has been good.
So you've hit one province, you've got 8 provinces that you can still go to, and you've made more than 2 million rands based on one project. Has the investment paid off for you?
Very much, it has. And then now we're starting to show profits, and then the reception is good, getting the right interviews, so it's going well.
So one thing is about getting the right interviews, of course, but how are you taking it to the next level? How are you going to make sure that you're laughing all the way to the bank on the back of this?
Okay, the strategy that we're using now, we actually, because beyond the game, let's say kids buy the game, we also have game nights that we host every month. Right now we work with the JC, and then we have them teaching them how to actually invest on virtual platforms, and they get to learn how to trade in the real stock exchange. So now the next level is actually more educating the kids on a real world level, so to say. Yeah.
So you get these on these game nights, you get the kids to go to the stock exchange?
No, we have it at our offices at 44 Stanley.
Yes.
So now they would come in, and then we'll get a partner, a speaker from the JC, and then after playing the game, they get to now practice how to trade on virtual platforms.
And of course, we just spoke about a virtual platform with Easy Equities. What do you think is the biggest impact that you're making? Because one thing is clear, this is not just about the money. You're also changing the way people think.
The other impact is with high schools, we have investment clubs as well, where now it's like a chess club or a soccer club, but now we focus on stocks. So it's an extramural activity where the kids can now come together and learn about investing after school the whole year. So that's the practical element to the game. That's the next level. And also we're trying to we're creating digital versions of the game as well.
And so when you're talking about digital versions of the game, obviously that's into the future. When can we expect this to be a live product that can be accessed?
3 to 6 months, we should have an app available for download.
That is fantastic. And what does that do in terms of the profit margins? Because clearly, with putting it on an app means that you get a much bigger market access and a captive market. Do you have figures that you've been playing around with?
So far with the app, it's still in development stage, so we haven't had the numbers for that. We just have the numbers for the physical game itself.
And I don't doubt that you've probably also had to partner with the Department of Education to get the buy-in about this game. What's that journey been like as an entrepreneur, trying to get the right people behind you? It's
been very tough, but worth it, because we have to convince the school to give us permission to convince the parents to buy the game for the kids. So the bureaucracy has been quite a challenge, but it's worth it, because once the parents go into the game and they see the value add for their kids, now it works. And the endorsement of the Department of Education also helps us.
So if you could be sitting down right now with another aspirant entrepreneur who also has an idea that is perhaps difficult at first but can make a huge impact, what would you share with them as the biggest lessons that have helped you to make it thus far?
I think the biggest lesson for me has been networking. Like, people hardly do business with people they do not know. So get into the habit of mingling with the right people, learning from the right people, and get a mentor. That's what I would say. From the onset, try to get someone who's done what you're trying to do so that they can show you the way.
Well, that's Ontiretse Mosiane, the Chief Executive and Founder of Corporate Youth, talking to us about how he's using the principles of gaming to get young people investing. I don't doubt that this is an entrepreneur who is headed for greater heights. For you at home, thank you so much for joining us on our first episode of Young Money. Now, if you want the Young Money crew to come to you, all you need to do is just tweet us and, of course, use the hashtag Young Money. Send us your question and we'll try our best to bring the best experts to you to help you break the bank. Until next time, keep it real and keep it rich.